having an Olympic athlete, a pro surfer, on the call tonight, who's also a member of the Great Sauna family, the solar director, one of the top leaders in Southern Kim, seeing the movement out in California. And we're all living on the East Coast. It's an honor to have you with us tonight, Jeremy. Let me just give you guys a few of his accolades so you know really who you're listening to tonight. As a pro bodyboarder, he's been a U.S. member Olympics for surfing and bodyboarding, a two-time California champion, two times in the top 5 in the United States Tour, 8 amateur titles, traveled to over 20 countries, graduated from University of Phoenix in 2011 with bachelor's degree and majored in business management. He's had the cover of their magazine, Fairhaven commercials, and a winning spokesperson. He is also for USANA a Silver Director, 2012 Rising Star, Teamwork Award, and Growth 100. Welcome to the call tonight, Jeremy Wright. We're honored to have you. Take it away.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Lynette. Hey, first off, I just want to congratulate your team on just dominating. Those rank advancements were just phenomenal. So congratulations, team. Cool. So, no worries. So I'm actually going to be speaking kind of for the next 15 minutes, basically on my story, how I got started, the power of product testimonials, and on top of that, you guys have to have persuasion, enthusiasm, and boldness. So that's going to be the kind of what I talked about on top of this really cool quote I found out at the end. So, like Lynette said, my name is Jeremy Wright. I'm 26 years old. I mean, it is a beautiful day here in California, and I'm just loving life. Like she said, my background is bodyboarding. So you guys might be like, what the heck is he talking about? What is that? Basically, I got paid to go to the beach and have fun. It's not a bad lifestyle, that's for sure. The only thing is there's not too much money in the sport. So I had to find another vehicle to kind of help me with my passion. My parents were really big on education, and I love educating myself too. So I went to University of Phoenix. I did twice as many units as a full-time student while traveling around the world about 9 months out of the year. It was my passion just to make this sport happen. I wasn't the best, that's for sure, but I just had a lot of drive to make it happen and make history for California bodyboarders. So I was fulfilling that dream. I graduated from school, and the worst thing happened, and I got a really bad injury. And when you get a bad injury in any kind of sport, especially the one I got, you're pretty much done. And so what happened, friends, is I just got pretty fat, truthfully. And I just got in a depressed stage in my life, kind of. After you gain that kind of weight and you lose your sponsors, your income, and you move in with your parents, you're not too positive. And when people know you as a positive guy, oh man, it just gets even worse from there. So how I got introduced to USANA was, it was amazing. I was actually at the beach. I was praying like, man, what's the next step in my life? Like, this is crazy. I'm out of school. I have so much debt. Like, I live with my parents. Like, this is horrible. And the lifeguard at the beach actually saw me and recognized me. It was the biggest blessing and most humbling thing ever. He looked at me and he's like, I know you. You're from the magazines. And I was like, yes, people remember me. But one thing he said was, what happened to you? And I was like, what are you talking about, man? He's like, well, you got fat. Oh man, when people say that to you, it's not a good feeling. And I am just like anybody else. If somebody has what I want, I literally ask them how they got that. And the dude had a six-pack, so I said, how did you get that? And he literally told me about USANA Health Sciences in less than 2 minutes. And he just enticed me by buying me a big burrito and telling me about USANA. So I took him up on that offer. His name was Joe Kachka. He's now a gold director in the business. And he shared with me the products that USANA had and how they could help me get back to doing what I love to do. At the time, I was just a college graduate, not really having a secure job. I was doing valet. And that's not really what I pictured my life to be. I thought I was going to have like a cool job or do something. But no, I was just working like a job that I could have done out of high school with a college degree. And I was like, man, you know what? I have all this athlete recognition. My passion is the beach. I'm parking cars. I have all this debt. I'm fat. Like, what the heck, man? This isn't how I thought my life was going to be. So Joe motivated me to make a change in my life. And when you guys decide to make a change in your life, change will happen. It's just what happens when you make a decision. And I actually had a phenomenal story on the reset. I wound up doing that 5-day detox, and I lost like 9 pounds in 5 days. Ladies, gentlemen, if you lose 9 pounds in 5 days, are you pumped up? Man, I think everybody would be pretty pumped up. And so my story was just like anybody else's. I just said, hey man, like, what's next? He told me about the next phase. I wound up staying on the products consistently for about 3 months while doing a lot of exercising after rehab, everything like that. And I lost about 20-25 pounds in that 3 months. So I made a pretty good comeback on my weight loss journey. And I just started referring friends to him to buy the product. And it was just after that time that he was like, hey, you know there's a business side to USANA. And I was like, nope. And I'm telling you right now, he showed me the business opportunity. My brother did about 5 network marketing companies, so I didn't really have the best taste in my mouth about this. And I just kind of rejected it. But he just told me, Jeremy, at the end of the day, all you're doing is you're taking a product, you're sharing a product, and you're teaching others to do the same. On top of that, you're redirecting your friends and family's money into a product that they're already using, but this one's just better. And that's when he started telling me about the USANA difference, and I got so excited, friends. And I just want to share with you guys on the call, like, if you're on the call right now, straight off, you're a winner. And I read this quote, and I was just so pumped up. I wanted to share it with you guys because I literally think right now, like, you guys are from a whole nother state that I am, and you're on this call listening to me, and I'm just like, these people, they could be doing anything right now. They could be watching TV, they could be hanging out with their kids, they could be doing anything. But right now, you guys are making a decision to grow yourself, and I just want to applaud you. But it says this: if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, then you're a leader. And I guarantee you guys right now on this call, you guys want to be the next leaders in this company. Shoot, so do I. So how do we do that? We just keep sharing the products. But I'll get more specific. And so my story, like Lynette said, was in less than a year, I just shared the product with enough people, and I was able to quit my full-time job as a valet person. In less than a year, I became debt-free from all my school loans. And on top of that, I made a comeback into my sport, and in the next few weeks I'll be in Puerto Rico competing on the world tour. So I tell people, dream big, because if you would have told me 2 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing now, I would have laughed at you because I had no belief in myself that I could be some kind of business person or anything. And I don't consider myself that. I just consider myself someone who loves life and lives it to the fullest, like USANA talks about. So that's kind of my product testimonial and kind of my story. And I'm telling you, if you just share the products with enough people, friends, that income will come. The titles will come, everything will come. And I tell people all the time, winning the Teamwork Award, winning the Rising Star, that only happened because I got the product to people. And I love talking with people. And when you love people, that's just a byproduct of you serving others. So that's basically what I want to kind of speak on. But this is a cool kind of phrase that I really talk about with my team. It says, everything you do, you are doing to show someone else how to do it. Now, I always tell people, like, what that means to me is when you're going to do something, you want to duplicate yourself. And I mean, this last year was very frustrating. Like Lynette said, I won all these awards in 2012, but what about this last year? This last year at convention, I didn't get to walk on stage. It was frustrating. I think I lost Growth 100 by 1 spot. But more importantly, I was like, what happened to me? I had all this growth and success. Well, I started getting lazy. And guess what? You duplicate who you are. So guess what? I got a bunch of lazy people in my organization. I wasn't working out as much. So what happened? I got a lot more less fit people in my organization. And so I just want to share with you guys, like, with this USANA opportunity, trust me, it's not like a get-rich-quick thing at all. Like, network marketing is hard. If anyone said it was easy, like, sorry, they lied to you. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's worth it. You get to change a lot of people's lives through this product and make it a ridiculous amount of money if you do it properly. So I always tell people, have a long-term vision when you're building your USANA business. Don't just go for the quick fix. You want to just think about residual income. And residual income is pretty much the ninth wonder of the world in my eyes. Like, if I would have heard about this when I was 18, I would be freaking out on life, because residual income lets you work for something and you build it with all your sweats and tears, and you get people to buy a product month after month, like the USANA product. And when that happens, you get credit for it. I mean, that's just one taste of residuals, and that's literally freedom for you to do whatever you want to do. So one thing that one of my mentors, Suman Kim, he's a Ruby director in the business. He actually spoke on the main stage at convention. He was watching my progress, and he's like, Jeremy, trust me, you could have success in this business just because of who you are, but you won't duplicate yourself. He says network marketing is a show business. It's not a tell business. And I think so many of us, and I'm guilty, can just be like, oh man, team, do this, team, do that. But if you're not really walking the walk, people aren't going to want to follow you. And I've just been so convicted with that, because he told me, Jeremy, again, network marketing is a show business, not a tell business. So if you want to have more growth in your business and do these cool things like Lynette and her husband got to do with traveling and going on these events and everything, we got to step up our game and do more meetings, get more products in people's hands, and really get testimonials. Because check this out. I'm just a normal guy, but if you would have got that product of USANA Health Sciences in my body, and I would have had this story, I could have been in your organization. And trust me, you would have liked that. And so I always look at people, and I think of them better than they actually are. I look at these people and I say, man, this person could be the next Jordan Kemper. This person could be the next diamond director in my organization. And I really, really, really have that kind of conviction when I meet with people. And when you guys give that kind of aura out to people, oh man, they'll just come back tenfold. And kind of not lastly, but one thing I always like to tell people is, example is not the main thing in influencing others. It's the only thing. And so again, if you want your team to do more meetings, you do more meetings. If you want your team to get more PCs, you get more PCs. I've been challenging myself to get in the top 25 income earners for my title week after week, and each week I'm getting closer and my growth is getting better. So even for you guys, like, have a fun day to kind of challenge yourself. Like, what can I do today to get me out of my comfort zone, to grow me, to get me close to my goal? And when you really think about that, this business just gets fun, because when you have fun, people want to be a part of it. And I love having fun in my business, and just promote that with your friends and family. Like, this is just something that I'm taking on as a challenge. It's also going to reward me big time, but it's fun. And when people just see that about you, they get pretty fired up. And I always tell people this, man, how many lives do you actually have to live? Is this life a scrimmage, or is this real life? And when they really think about that, they're like, you're right, we only have one life. Like, what are we going to make of that? And I tell people, I didn't survive 1 out of 40 million sperms to go work for a job for the rest of my life. How about you? And I'm so convinced on that, because I really believe that people are God's highest form of creation. No one should tell us when to show up, when to go take our own family on vacation. And so I started getting this burning desire. My team started getting this burning desire. The rank advancements come because when people understand that, they want to be great. And USANA, I'm telling you, friends, there's so much greatness in this company with the people, because the servant mindset is what USANA really creates. It's the culture that we have. And if you're on this call, I know you feel the same way. You're like, man, this company's so good. The products are so awesome. I wish I could tell more people. And so I'm telling you, if you have enthusiasm, you could change the world. And so I always like to tell people, just be a little more bolder than normal. Be a little more bolder with talking with people. And if you do those kind of things, everything else will kind of be a byproduct of it. And if your heart's in the right place, trust me, people want more of that. And just learn how to serve people and help them get to their goals, and you get to your goals. Because, I mean, I tell people all the time, I might not have the biggest rank, but I pretty much have the biggest smile in this company. Because each day I understand that my health's better, my life's better, and I'm